Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world, thank you for tuning in and for your support of this channel. Of course, you will have all got the news now that Donald Trump, via his Twitter feed, has announced that he and Melania have tested positive for COVID following Hope Hicks, his senior advisor's diagnosis of COVID. Now, there are a couple of things here. The New York Times is speculating, how's this going to affect his campaign? How is it going to affect the presidency? These are questions I want to ask. I don't want to dwell on, how sick will he get? But I will say this because it's just not good karma. You start to have those thoughts and it can be like a boomerang. It can come back and hit you. So let's just stick to the high ground here. I think these are valid questions to pose. How sick he is, what's going to happen to the presidency, what's going to happen to his campaign. I think they're valid questions. Now, I also want to look at his overall health generally. The question or the intuition or where I'm being led to go to is that he has pre-existing health conditions which we don't know about. Perhaps that may put him in a risk category. There's been much made out of a headpiece that his hair didn't hide during the debate. It's not the first time we've seen that. Everybody is speculating on what that is, and it's ranging from a cochlear implant through to some kind of deep brain stimulation device that could have been used for anything from balance disorders, Parkinson's disease, dementia, etc. So there's a lot of speculation about his health. He had that trip to Walter Reed last year. So let's have a look. He has COVID. COVID can be particularly hard on the elderly, but particularly hard because Donald Trump is 73, but particularly hard on those with pre-existing conditions that may fall into a risk group. So let's have a look at the COVID diagnosis for Donald Trump. Of course, he would have been taking hydroxychloroquine. Let's see how well that works. He'd obviously have access to treatments. Being the president of the US, he would have access to those really top line treatments for COVID. But let's just have a look at Donald Trump and coronavirus. How is it going to? I think it's fair to say, how is it going to impact? How is the COVID diagnosis? How is it going to impact on Donald Trump? So when I opened up for this reading, I do feel they are taking measures to take away, bringing Pence in to take away some of those signing, presidential signing responsibilities. I feel that there are some arrangements being made to lighten his load. So how is the coronavirus going to affect Donald Trump? How is the coronavirus, COVID-19 going to affect or impact on Donald Trump? Okay, so yeah, I think it's going to put him, I just see somebody, not so much bedridden, but having trouble getting around. We've got the Page of Swords here, which of course is, it's enlightenment. It is only a page. This page is carrying, in this deck, I'm using my SpellCaster Tarot deck. I now put all my decks in the drop-down menu of the video, so anyone looking for them can go there to find them. In this deck, this page has a very large sword. This page is carrying the Ace of Swords with him, and he's on a journey to get to the truth. So here we see pretty much the Ace of Swords. Now let's see what that is. That is around the truth coming out. We have a rapid motion here with the Eight of Wands. So the two signifier cards are a truth coming out and something moving very quickly. This again was another feeling that I think it will move very quickly in its passage, in its the way that the COVID, I guess, moves, it can, of course, affect someone very badly, very quickly, and then others will, will stave it off and get a milder dose. I think with this Page of Swords, we're not going to hear the full extent of how it's impacting on him. Otherwise, that Page of Swords wouldn't come forward. We have here the Empress card in the as the foundation of the reading. The other aspect is that this is showing me the connection with Russia. So I feel also I probably should have asked, does he actually even have COVID-19? But let's stick, maybe we do that, but let's stick with how it's going to impact on him. This is showing me Russia. So what I feel here and what I felt when I tuned in before I started pulling cards is that the Donald Trump having to defend himself from these claims of really being a spy in the camp and beholden to Putin, that has put tremendous pressure on him. And of course, we're more vulnerable to illness when we're stressed. And I did get that very strong feeling, that he's under incredible pressure to keep this information hidden. The Ace of Swords, we've got new starts here in the sky, but this is also a plan, a project, coming forward with inspiration. This is something new. It's in the sky, so potentially something new could occur. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? To me, if I were interpreting this outside of the COVID question, I would say we're going to get more headlines on his connections or financial dealings with Russia. That would be how I would read this. But in the context of the health question, I have to say that it's showing me the stress that this has played on him. Let's keep going. And I'll bring the laptop down and we'll have a look at those cards. So the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands are the two signifier cards. Here I'm getting my card for Russia. Here I'm getting the relationships, the connections that he may have had. And I'm also getting this Ace of Wands in the sky. That's what's hanging over this reading, which is that, there is a new start coming. Okay, now the other layers that, because we see layers when we're reading cards, is that this also is Hope Hicks and Melania in this reading as well. All right, let's see. Now we've got something being hidden. Something is being hidden. The extent I feel my draw to this, when I read into this energy, ill health is what I'm getting. So this... I guess the impact of COVID goes back beyond that. It goes back to his existing health problems. Let's have a look. So we do get the past. We get the past in the here and now position of this Celtic cross. The past, coming back to the past. And we have the Democratic Party card. Now that's in the here and now. It's almost like in some way... I didn't ask if this stops Donald Trump in his tracks. I didn't ask that, but I'm getting a real pull to the Democratic Party coming into power, and those energies are here as well as Russia, as well as perhaps the course of COVID being quite quick, taking its course quite quickly with Donald Trump, and we won't necessarily hear the truth about it. Now, I have here in the hopes and fears the strength card. Has he got the strength here to withstand? He has. I think it's pretty fair to say he has a pre-existing condition that we don't know anything about. Is he going to be strong enough? Now we have the Queen of Cups here. Now, this could be Melania, could be Hope Hicks, but the general interpretation, oh my goodness. All right, here's something else, and it's a possibility. I'm not going to say that it's, definitive, but Hope Hicks we've always wondered, is she the person that brings this president down? To me, this is like she let the virus out. It's interesting the Queen of Cups turns up here. Let's see what the clarification is. The Knight of Wands, something coming forward very, very quickly. These are my cards, and we've got the Hanged Man being stopped. So straight away, I feel that all these issues around his connection with Russia are still going to percolate onwards, and I do feel we're getting ready to hear some more. Now, his tax returns showed the amount of debt. What do the loan documents show? What else has the New York Times or others got? Now, this is showing me that at the very least it's going to stop his campaigning. It's going to be suspended. But this Queen of Cups talks about something that is going to be revealed about Donald Trump. At the base of the pack, I'm not seeing the Death card, but the Hanged Man card I am seeing. So he's going to be stopped, at least for a little while. The Eight of Pentacles at the base of the pack is money issues, and the Queen of Swords. So I feel that even though he has COVID, or supposedly has COVID, there are other greater issues here around who he's in debt to, who's donating, all of these donations, the campaign finances, the World card and the Devil card. So I'm seeing they're not going away. So I'm just going to, probably should have asked from the start. I'm getting a really strong pull to the Democrats, being the adults in the room, being the ones that will come forward. At the very least, his campaigning will stop for the time being. Let's have a look. Has he even got COVID? Has Donald Trump got COVID? I should have asked that to begin with. Has he actually got COVID? Has Donald Trump got COVID? Has Donald Trump? Far be it from me to say this president lies. Tongue in cheek, that was. All right, has Donald Trump got COVID? Has he got COVID? Yes or no? So, okay, so we've got the card of restriction. He is going to be restricted by that. We've got a decision needing to be made, the crossroads. And we've got the Moon, some kind of secret coming to the surface. We've got disappointment here. I think, look, his campaign is going to be wound back. At the base of the pack, we've got something coming out, the harsh truth emerging about his strength or lack of strength. And we've got the voters here. The three of Wands, this is waiting. But we also have the Eight of Cups, which is my card for him, walking away potentially. I have got that Eight of Cups now for a couple of years when I mention the campaign. And here's my Queen of Swords again, a Queen of Cups again, something being revealed. So I didn't see, I don't want to say it, but I didn't see the Death card here. What I did see is that something is going to be revealed. His campaign is going to stall as a result of this, and then something is going to be revealed. So let's have a look. Okay, let's ask about his existing health problem. Does Donald Trump have what is this node, this thing on the side of his head? What is this to do with? Can you show me, Spirit, what is this to do with this node on the side of his head? What is this? What is this? This node? Is Donald Trump in good health now? Prior to COVID, show me Donald Trump's health issues. Now, I kept getting the Four of Swords for months and months. We have the Page of Pentacles, so he's only carrying one pentacle. This isn't, he may not be even carrying too heavy a load. But let's keep going. I'll just put that page. That's his financials as well. He's got issues here in terms of, this is smoke screens. If I were to put a bet on it, or if I were to hazard some kind of intuitive draw where I'm going to, what direction I'm heading in, I would say his mind. I would say that there is an issue. Now, I thought he might be having mild strokes in the past, but I feel that there is an issue with his thinking. There is an issue with his clarity. There is an issue with the way that he thinks. This is also, the card can be of addiction. Now, he's challenged by restriction. Now, I do feel this is his movement. So something in the brain is restricting his movement. Now, remember we talked about this this implant on the side of his head. The Two of Swords means that there are heavy decisions to make. I think it's going to become, as the weeks go on, there's going to be a bigger, I guess, public outcry to know the full extent of Trump's problems. So they might say it's a cochlear implant. It's something to do with that. But I think it's much more than that. Let's have a look. We've got heavy decisions needing to be made. And we do have secrets in the past. So he has been keeping a fairly significant secret around his health. And it may not be possible now to keep that secret. Is he in control? That is the card that's in the sky, the Emperor card, the President. Is he in control? That is a fair question that people are asking after the debacles. The debacle, I should just say, that's another word for the debate, the debacle. Is he in control? He is walking a thin line. Here again, tarot, you've got to interpret the messages or the images that Spirit is giving me. There is a problem with his gait. There is a problem with the way that he walks. There is a problem with his balance. Okay. Now, the Queen of Wands. Okay, that's my Democrat card in the here and now. Let's see what else is going on here in the environment. The King of Pentacles. So this is also a plan. It could even be Melania, but this is in the here and now. Let's keep going. The Ace of Cups in the hopes and fears, new starts, emotional. He can be quite emotional as well. His outbursts. There are also outbursts that I'm seeing here. Let's see what's judgment. Something coming to an inevitable closure. Of course, that's his presidency. And he is being judged at the moment. What's clarifying that? Endings and beginnings. Major arcana here. Let's pull one more. The Knight of Cups, an offer being made. Long time ago, I felt that they would go to him and make him an offer. But let's keep going. The King of Wands, the courts. It's the offers that he took. I think they're for the future. But let's see what's at the base of the pack. Yeah, the money. And we've got the Democrats here and Russia. The Russia issues keep coming up in this reading. And I'm assuming that's because they're taking a toll. But look at these major arcana. His health issues are very major, basically. They are impacting on his ability to do the job as the president. The Judgment card comes forward. Now, if you look really closely at that card, the person in the pot is actually bereft. It's like there is no way out of this. There's no choice. Something has to end. And then we have the major arcana, the World card. Okay, so I'm going to ask now whether he will even be able to go to the election. Will he even, what happens if he can't? Will he be able to, will Donald Trump be able to defend the election? Will Donald Trump even be a candidate at election time? Will Donald Trump, he's on all the ballots, I'm assuming people just vote. Will Donald Trump be back on his feet in time for the election? Okay. Will Donald Trump be back on his feet in time for the election? Will Donald Trump be back on his feet in time for the election? The Ace of Swords, some kind of truth here. Again, we've got our Ace of Wands. So that's the Page of Swords carrying the Ace of Swords. We've now got in the challenge position the New Start. Now that's interesting. Let me just bring the laptop down. I think it's possible that, he's going to be, we've got, he's going to be stymied. He's going to be really on the back foot here with it being COVID positive so close to the election. We've got partisanship here. You'll hear a lot about the pressure he was put under. So he's already slipped into victim mode. He's going to play that. Here's our Hanged Man being stopped. That's in the past. Things coming to a standstill. We do have the Eight of Wands, something happening very, very quickly. We do have disappointment, him being disappointed. The Knight of Pentacles, we've got the Knight is a very slow-moving knight. It can be those that work, indicate those that work for Trump, and the Nine of Pentacles. So one area that is going to be impacted by this is his campaign finances. His campaign donations are going to slow right down because he's not out at those rallies. In the hopes and fears, we have the Two of Cups, not being out there on the front foot, not riling up his base. We have the Hermit, introspection, isolation, and review, and we've got the Voter. And the Page of Wands, hearing something. So the Hierophant at the base of the pack, and we have the Empress card. Again, Russia is coming out in relation to his money laundering. I do see a woman who is pushing this case forward. This could be Letitia James. This is a woman in some way. Is this Audrey Strauss? Somebody has got something that they're going to release on Trump. This is manifestation energy here. It's also manipulation. And we've got the Nine of Swords, high anxiety. So there's so much going on at the moment. But ultimately, I'm still seeing loss for Donald Trump. So it seems to me, I didn't ask if the election will go ahead. What it showed me is that he's going to be in isolation for quite some time now. Quite some time. And there are plans, they are already working to get Pence to take over signing duties. They're bringing Pence more and more into things. The fact we've got the Hanged Man there shows me he'll be stopped for a while, and that he may still be in isolation by the time we get to the election. I don't think they can call off the election because of that. He's still on the ballot. Show me. Will the election proceed? Will the election proceed? Will the election proceed? Well, yeah, look, it's just like I'm just seeing him in isolation and he's reading paperwork. Will the election proceed? So we've got partisanship. Depends on how unwell Donald Trump actually gets, but there's just going to be a lot made of this in terms of he's been hounded, he's been victimised. But we've also got the challenge to the Supreme Court. Now, I'm wondering if Amy Coney Barrett, if this is what is coming up here, the president being potentially very unwell, the campaign has stopped. It looks like partisanship is going to affect that in some way, affect that High Court nomination. Of course, we've got news coming out that she signed an advertisement, a pro-life, seeking to ban abortion. So she's on record there now. But we do also have, again, the Empress card coming out here, Russia, Russia, Russia. And we've got a lot of news coming out before then. In the sky we have yes. So we do have a yes card. It will go ahead. We've got the Fool. But it's going to be a rocky ride with a lot of partisanship here. People accusing, those of putting pressure on him. We've got those are in the Senate, I think, who will be covering for him. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune again. All good cards with the Fool showing me it will go ahead. Yeah, it'll go ahead. Okay, but his campaign is going to be stalled because his strength. He won't have the strength to do that campaigning. The Queen of Pentacles, again, another yes. That's national security. But we do have the Seven of Wands, so we've got standing your ground, stand strong no matter what happens, because I get the feeling there's going to be more around Donald Trump's connection with Russia, Russian interference in the electoral process. There's more coming, almost to the point where it's clear to us there's your national security threats, but it's going to become even clearer. Look what we've got here. Endings, the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got Death, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So that's the first time I've seen the Death card. We've got Pelosi here as well. So show me why this. It's like the end of his run. That's what I'm feeling. The Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords. I'm getting a real pull to his business. Yes, the cards are telling me, but his health is not good. Let me just put it like that. Show me this Death card. Cutting things, new starts, lots of aces around the Judgment card. Show me this Death card, please. Yeah, the Tower. That's the first time, but this is also for the election as well. It's going to be a rocky ride. His campaign donations are going to take a real hit, and we've got this Ace of Pentacles. So I'm just going to look at it to make sure Biden's health is okay. He was on the stage with him. He was blustering and yelling at Biden and God knows what else he was doing. He's going to be hit hard with COVID. Let me just say that. And his campaign is going to come to a stall with that Hanged Man. That's what the cards are showing me. They're also really hammering home this Russian connection and Russian interference in the election. But we'll hear about it. The truth, with that Page of Swords carrying that huge sword, is going to continue to be revealed or to reveal itself. All right, so let's have a look. Is Joe Biden's health okay? Will Joe Biden get COVID? 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 So it's sort of like putting the genie back in the bottle, but will Joe Biden get COVID? So we've got the Eight of Cups. That's loss, but it's also a no card. Let's see what's challenging that, the past. So in better times, we wouldn't even be asking this question, but we've also got, these are signifier cards, so they're not that specific. The foundation of the reading is the Knight of Cups, so that's a good sign. So he'll be there. He's in a strong position. That's the foundation of the reading. That is the strength of the reading. The past, we've got restricting himself. So he's done the hard yards in terms of being careful. And we've got the King of Swords. We've got in the sky. So investigation. But this is a strategy and it's a plan. So he has taken all the necessary precautions. He and his wife, I think, have already discussed this about how he stays safe and how she stays safe. The Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. He's going to keep working, okay? I didn't see a Hangman card here. He's taking a lot of money in donations, a lot of money. Keep your thoughts positive. Joe Biden's okay. We've got the Star card. we've got the King of Cups. So Joe has turned up. Joe has turned up in his own reading. Okay, so we also have the Three of Swords. So let's have a look at what else is clarifying that. The Chariot and Strength. Okay, so I feel that I said to my viewers, how do you think he felt after that debate? After what happened to him in that debate? After what was said about his family? He is just, it's like, I won't say heartbroken because of the state of the country, but yeah, there's that. And we've got the Chariot card, things moving very quickly, and we've got the Strength card. The outcome card is the Star, and he's turned up here, so it's hopeful. He's okay, I feel. Now the Five of Pentacles at the base of the pack, and we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so to me, and the Four of Swords in relation to the Queen of Cups, these are for Trump. These cards are for Trump. Here's my Four of Swords. And just to go one further, we do have my card for the Democrats. So it's business as usual for Joe Biden. And I think he's already taken those precautions. I don't see a problem for him. But I do see a problem for Trump. All right, so last, this is going to be a quick reading. Last messages from Spirit, please. Is there anything else that we should know about this? I see that the Republicans are going to use this, that he's unable to campaign, that he's unwell so close to the election, that it's an unfair campaign. They're going to start pulling these tricks. Is there anything else that we need to know, please? Anything else we need to know? Is there anything else we need to know? Is there anything else we need to know? I'm just hearing that Trump's a very foolish man, whichever way you cut it. He took those risks time and time again. Is there anything else that we need to know? Anything else we need to know? Desperate. I feel he's desperate. The Queen of Swords. Okay, so it's time to be logical. It's not time to fall in down the rabbit hole to the theories and will we, won't we. Keep your thoughts strong, keep your thoughts logical. Biden showed up with the Star card in his own reading in the outcome position. Everything is okay. Now we've got the Five of Cups. There is this overwhelming grief, which actually took me back when I saw the reactions to the debacle. That is my word for the debate. People were so upset, and indeed across the world, there were people that looked and said, "What's going on?" I didn't want to labour that point too much. It really did show just how desperate Trump is. There's a lot of anxiety at the moment, and we've got the Judgment. I mean, really fear not. Things are coming to an inevitable closure. What's underneath there? Yeah, we're at the crossroads, and of course, oh goodness gracious, we've got money trying to hold information back about money. We've got the crossroads card. A heavy decision needs to be made. We do have the Ten of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I was talking about Trump, and here we have our new start. So I'm a little bit more optimistic, I think. There are many possibilities about what could happen with the election. I asked the other day, can Donald Trump win the election? Now, what that gave me was were the corruption cards, that via corruption, everything is in the realm of possibility. He would never win this election fairly, let's just put it like that. But now I feel that there is a divine intervention here with him getting COVID. And I feel that it's just going to change everything. It really is. I also felt Amy Coney Barrett would have trouble getting confirmed. the president getting sick is going to impact on that. So one final question. Of course, it's been shown now she signed an advertisement. Wouldn't that disqualify her under normal circumstances? Let's have a look. Amy Coney Barrett. What's going to happen with her? Amy Coney Barrett. It's a mess. It is a mess. All right, so Amy Coney Barrett. Will she be confirmed? Will she be in trouble? I'm just getting still trouble. Something about her past is going to cause her trouble. The Six of Pentacles, who she helped, who she's in debt to, helping the campaign for pro-life, anti-abortion is going to really be a sticking point here. We've got control. We've got the president as the foundation of the reading. Now, again, he will be sort of taken out of the equation a little bit. The Knight of Cups, she was offered something. What was she offered? We know what she was offered. A lifetime seat on the Supreme Court. We have Biden in the sky here. Now, that's interesting. Biden in the sky, the King of Cups. In the near future, we have Trump, the Lovers, deals. It's the card for Gemini. Right here and now, we have the Republicans really closing ranks to get her nomination through, but we've got this restriction here in the environment around that. The hopes and fears, we've got the Queen of Swords in the hope and fear position. Is she unbiased? Will she rule fairly? Will she rule for all? That's really in question here. And we've got the Seven of Swords, so we've got lies and deceit here. Lies and deceit, an abuse of power. This nomination is very, very, and some kind of truth coming out. What this is showing me is that it could be possible that she's deceived, that she's, I won't say perjured herself, but it's that kind of situation that it's shown that she has not told the truth. And of course, that would automatically disqualify her. We do have the voters. We do have the review as well. And we have the Ace of Pentacles and balance. Yeah. Who she supported in the past, I think, is going to come back and bite her. I don't know what a transcript of her testimony when she was being confirmed before, and I don't know the date that she would have signed on to this advertisement, but there are serious questions around whether she's actually told the truth in the past about what she's been involved in or where her loyalties lie over Roe versus Wade. Anyway, it's possible that she won't be. There's a possibility. Now, I want to also say I'm not always right. I've got a pretty good strike rate, and sometimes I get it spectacularly right, but I don't always get it right. So remember, this is a tarot reading. I'm doing it at a particular time frame. Things change. I then update my readings. But I can say that I see Trump, this will impact strongly on Trump because he has a fairly significant pre-existing condition. All right, I'll leave that there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great weekend.